In this video I'm making Townhall 16 from Clash of Clans Realistic. In one of my previous videos I already 3D modeled all the lower Townhall models and made it into an epic montage. But the title of that video is not accurate anymore since Townhall 16 was released, so I feel like I owe this video to the Clash of Clans community. Alright, let's make a plan. In my previous video I modeled, textured and rendered 15 Townhalls, which left me little time to focus on the details. So this time I want to show not only the outside of the building, but also reveal what's hidden inside. I imagine some kind of underground control center from which evil goblins plan their attacks on other villages. And I'll obviously make the town hall shoot something. But let's first make the town hall itself. So I jumped into Blender, my 3D software of choice. I added a cube and started modeling. 3D modeling is basically just cutting up faces and extruding stuff. For this golden ornament thingy I used sculpting to make the shape less even. I placed the bricks on the side of the building and cut them into shape. Then I made the roof and the ring that holds the magma ball. Oh, and there's also trees growing on the corners of the town hall. I modeled those and refined them using a rock brush. Now we gotta make the textures. I started by applying some basic colors to the parts of the model where I want the final materials to go. Then I launched Substance Painter and created some dirt maps. I used those to add extra detail to the materials later on. Wherever the texture is white, the surface is clean and the dark parts are dirty. Once I had all the textures, I jumped back into Blender and made the final materials. This is definitely my favorite part. To make the big ball on top of the town hall, I scattered rocks on a sphere, joined them, cut them up using the Cell Fracture add-on and applied materials. I even made the magma flow inside of the ball. Well, and that's a town hall. Now we need an environment. My plan is to have the town hall hidden away in a deep forest, mainly because I don't want to model the rest of the village. So I grew some grass and plants and instantly disabled them again because they destroyed my performance, but I will re-enable them for the final render. Then I gave the scene some lighting and planted trees. 3D trees require a lot of rendering performance because they only really look good if every single leaf is an actual object in 3D space. Sure, in some cases you can cheat, but we don't cheat, and when have I ever cared about rendering times? Alright, that's pretty nice, but in order to shoot something like the town hall in the game, we gotta make the laser. I multiplied some noise into an emission volume, stretched it on the Z-axis, made the middle brighter, and gave it some color. Wait a minute. I'm getting distracted. I placed the laser on the town hall, but I'm not gonna tell you what we're gonna shoot yet. If you remember my plan from the beginning, I want to reveal a secret underground goblin bunker in the basement of the building. So I took some inspiration from nuclear power plant control rooms and started modeling a control device. But now we need a 3D model of a goblin. And since sculpting is one of my passions, I thought I'd try it by myself at first. I started by blocking out the body and then sculpted some details. Sculpting in 3D is pretty similar to actual clay sculpting, which means you need actual talent. But I gotta say I'm pretty happy with this. I didn't sculpt the hands though, I stole those from Ferb. Next I put him into Substance Painter and gave him some skin, and I made him green. I applied a leather material to his pants and gave him eyes. I scattered him all across the basement and that's it. After countless hours of modeling and a week of overnight renders, we finally have a finished animation. And if you want to get these wallpapers of the town hall as well as all of my 3D scene files from Blender of all of my animations, you can join my Patreon with the link in the description.